Hey guys, I'm at the airport, so what better place to talk about long distance relationships than this? And I got a question quite a while ago from someone asking, what do you think about long distance relationships? Do you think that they could ever work out? And one thing that you hear when talking about long distance relationships quite often, I found, is people saying, like, I could never do a long distance relationship. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, what? So you're saying that you would never want to be inconvenienced for another person, for someone that you are in love with? Because if anything, like, real love is being inconvenienced for another person. So if you're not willing to do that, you shouldn't even be in a relationship. You should stay out of it, because it's not going to work out. You're not going to be able to make it in the long run. And if people say, like, you know, when things doesn't work out, they're like, see, I told you long distance didn't work. And I mean, seriously, it has nothing to do with it. Like, if a relationship doesn't work out, it has nothing to do with whether it's long distance. Because if you really, really want to be with a person, if you're really in love, it won't matter. Like, none of that stuff won't matter whatsoever. You're going to do whatever you can to be with that person and stay in touch, even if it means doing long distance for a while. Excuse me. And honestly, guys, I've kind of always wanted to be in a long distance relationship myself. I mean, maybe that sounds weird, probably, but I don't know, there's something about it that I've kind of always liked, like just the fact you have to set up like Skype appointments or message on Facebook and you really miss that other person. Like, there's something about that that's just really exciting to me. And I think it's also like, I really like the idea of having to fight for something. That's something I really like. And obviously, if you're going to be married, you're going to have to stay in the same place. So long distance should be temporary, of course. But I for sure think it can work out. I really think it has nothing to do with whether or not a relationship works out or not. And there are pros to it, you know. Sure, you can like meet the person in person. But at least you don't have to worry about physical boundaries so much, you know, as you're getting to know each other. You can really focus on communication, and because that's all you've got. And like, obviously, you could do funny stuff over Skype, so don't do that. But in general, like physically, like there won't be opportunities to fall into temptation there. So that's really good. That's definitely a pro. And working on communication, that's probably going to be the best thing that you could ever invest in. I mean, I've not been married, you guys know me, but I can imagine that there are probably way more difficult things that you'll encounter in your marriage than long distance. So if you can't even do that, then you really have no business, you know, pursuing a lifelong relationship. You know, you shouldn't be in it for yourself. I'm not saying that you won't be fulfilled, but like it's really about loving and giving yourself to another person and really dying to yourself. So take my advice, get in a long distance relationship. It's hot.